Tonight, I will be talking to you about one of our common passions. One of the things that all of us here share in common. Well, take a guess at what that might be. Crypto, blockchain, and all the money we can make with that, of course. Tonight, I'm here to talk to you about blockchain technologies, crypto, and why we should make everything easier. I think it's safe to say that the one thing we have in common here is that we love crypto technologies. Spending so much money just to come out here, we must have a very big passion for it, right? But there's one very big problem, and that's that it's super difficult to get onboarded and get started. You might say, no, it's not, it's super easy. You just download your Phantom wallet and you're able to swap right away. You need to back up your seed phrase, you need to do this, you need to know about what to do, right? Is your mom gonna do that? Is your grandma gonna do that? No, it's still way too difficult. And today I'm here to explain to you why it is too difficult and what we're gonna do about it. Tonight I'm here presenting Mango Network, a new layer 1 blockchain wrapping around all other existing blockchains to make it easier, provide a single point of access for both developers and users alike. Let's see if I can figure out how the remote works. So, what is the current problem? Originally, Bitcoin started out as a decentralized peer-to-peer financial transfer system, right? Sending money from one person to another for relatively low cost in relatively short amount of time. Of course, as everyone started using Bitcoin and the network got congested, the network got slower and more expensive, which is where all these other chains came from. Ethereum came out of that, and from Ethereum, we've been getting smart contracts, which has been a revolutionizing technology, right? Being able to program decentralized applications for anything you want online, really cool. But still, the big problem with Ethereum has always been the cost, and to a degree also the speed, right? Which is where other chains came in. You had Solana, you had Polygon, you had all these other layer 1s stepping in the game, and then even layer 2s being like, hey, Ethereum is too slow, we need to make it faster. But all of this is just making it more and more complex. Are you gonna explain to your grandma that she needs to use Base as opposed to Ethereum? No, you won't. So, how will we make sure that even your grandpa and your grandma will be able to pay with crypto in the grocery store for their bread? What we're doing is making an omni-chain layer 1 network that wraps around all other blockchains and all around the existing ecosystems, basically. So by providing connectors into each separate blockchain and providing a single point of access into all the liquidity and to all the application state, you as a developer only have to write your smart contract once, and you're able to access all the state of all these different blockchains. As an end user, you only use one wallet, and you're able to access the liquidity of all these different chains. Unifying liquidity is the ultimate problem that we're solving here. And in the process, it just so happens that we're also really freaking fast. If you think about the transaction speed of Solana, it processes around 3,000 transactions per second. Looking at our performance here, around 300,000 transactions per second, which is, a slight factor faster. Of course, it also means it's very cheap to use. So we're solving a couple problems in the process, just, happens to be a cool thing. So, all of this sounds really promising, right? But we need your help to make it a reality. Because right now we're in DevNet status. Testnet is going live beginning of next year. And right now we've achieved sub-second confirmation with the transaction, with 300,000 transactions per second. Which is quite remarkable, and I'm very proud of the team for that. But now, how do we do this? How is this possible and how is this achievable, right? You might ask. So Mango Network is a decentralized chain itself. It's a modular blockchain network. So instead of having a single layer that takes care of everything, we break apart all the different functionalities into separate modules and then provide connector smart contracts. So we use this new revolutionary programming language, right? You might have heard of it, maybe not, but Move. Move is the future for smart contracts. So our main smart contract is written in Move. And then we're able to connect all these different blockchains with the separate contract into the main chain. This means that all the current chains, be they being smart contract chains or not, so be it either Bitcoin or Ethereum, we're all able to unify the liquidity. Imagine accessing the liquidity of Bitcoin and Ethereum both at the same time with a single smart contract. That's a pretty interesting feature. Not only that, we're also future compatible, of course, so for all the new chains coming up, for all the new chains that are building right now, we will be able to integrate them as well. And then here, how does the application layer work, right? So you take your current crypto assets, you take your current Bitcoin, Ethereum, your Solana, you're able to transfer that into Mango Network where it gets wrapped around, and then you're able to use that on any chain you want. So you can use the value from your Solana and your Ethereum at a fraction of the cost of the current bridging technologies and a fraction of the speed of the current technologies out there. So like I was saying before, right, it's a very modular architecture. So whereas most chains, they're like a monolithic blockchain, as we call them. We break up all these separate sections to be able to scale each layer individually, depending on the needs of the network. So you have the execution layer, the settlement layer, and the consensus data availability layer for all the nerds in between us. And we're able to scale them individually. So what is the result of this? The result of this is that we have a very composable and flexible blockchain network. It means that we scale basically into infinity, and we're able to keep providing you all your transactions at a very low cost and at a very high throughput. Now, how do we do that? Mostly parallel concurrency, right? So here you have a simple diagram, a simple model of how it works, where Ethereum does everything, synchronously, like one by one. Solana is already being able to parallelize to a degree, and we take that even to the next level, which allows us to obtain such a high throughput. Now, of course, also, it is slightly important to mention security aspects. As end users, you might not care. You're like, hey, I just use my funds. But it's very, very important. If you're moving millions around, how do you do that? How do you make sure that stays secure, right? So we use the Move programming language. Move has from the ground up been designed as a smart contract language. This means that all your assets are first-class citizens. As opposed to it just being a random floating point number, it's treated as a resource in the core language itself, which means it's much, much safer to use, and it protects your assets better, long story short. It also means that programming is specifically designed for smart contract languages, right? Whereas writing your smart contract in Rust is cool, but Rust wasn't designed specifically as a language for smart contracts. Although there are some similarities between the two. Now, of course, not completely unimportant, we are fully audited, and that means we are secure. Then what do we offer? We have the web browser right now, the plugin. You can download it in the App Store in Google Play just to get started. And then also a roadmap. So we need your help to make this a reality. Like everything that I've been telling you today, it sounds very promising, but we cannot do it alone, right? We need the user base, we need the developers, we need the community. So we are going live on testnet on either Q4 or beginning next year. And then, of course, we have big projections for our market growth. Let me quickly wrap up here before they kick me out. Our ecosystems. We have some very important ecosystem partners as well that are amazing at helping us and supporting us and building on the network. So Being Wallet, it's the first wallet that allows you to fully transfer all assets between all different chains, natively integrated. Being DEX, Being Swap, those are the first projects. But we need your help to find the next project. So are you a project developer and does this sound interesting to you? Come talk to us. and let's have a quick chat. Now, we already have Dino Legends, we have Jeanbot, KingCat NFTs, and these are our socials. Thanks a lot for your time today, and I hope to talk to you around the venue here. Thank you.